Friends, I think the fact that we are demonstrating, we're on the streets again, is critically important. However, let's be honest with each other. There should have been 5, 6, 10 times the number of people that we have here today. It's not enough. And what people seem to have forgotten is that in order to prepare huge demonstrations, you have to mobilize. You have to have preparatory meetings, because the Palestinians deserve more from us. Now, what has happened in Palestine? People killed, people injured, Palestinian journalists shot dead, images of where they're doing it from, where they're committing these crimes from. You compare what is happening there with the coverage that has been given in the British media. It's a disgrace. They tell us in relation to other matters that Russian television is a propaganda outfit. Well, what is the bloody BBC if not a propaganda outfit? The coverage on Newsnight, the coverage on the Daily News by the BBC has been appalling. And we pay for it. We should have some rights over it. And I've been arguing now for years that license holders of the BBC should start organizing and protesting. We don't pay our license fee if all we have is a propaganda unit of the British Foreign Office. Now I want to talk briefly about anti-Semitism. Anti-Semitism that we are told has swept the Labour Party. Anti-Semitism, we are told by columnists in The Guardian, that is a big problem for the left. Let me be blunt. We don't deny there are people who are prejudiced against the Jews, against Muslims, against gay people, against lesbians. We know that. But if you were to ask me, what is a bigger problem today in Europe and North America? Is it anti-Semitism or is it Islamophobia? The answer is very clear. It is Islamophobia which has swept Europe. And it's an Islamophobia fanned by the press. You know, I was thinking as I was coming here that nothing surprises one about what they make up these days. The attack on Corbyn is disgusting. Its aim is very clear. He is the first leader of the Labour Party who has very progressive positions on foreign policy. And they don't like him, and now they are fearful that Labour might be elected. And you might have someone sitting inside there who breaks with the past, who says, I'm an anti-war Prime Minister. And my advice to Jeremy Corbyn, an old friend and comrade, is this. You have been at your best when you have fought back against the slanderers and the liars. That's what people respect you for. When there were terror attacks during the election campaign, and Corbyn courageously said these are appalling attacks, but don't forget what causes them. What causes them is British foreign policy. What causes them is the wars. And within 48 hours, the opinion polls were showing that between 60 and 70% of the population supported him. So what was going to be a big campaign against Corbyn to smash him during the election backfired. And I predict that this absurd, vile, grotesque, campaign charging him of being soft on anti-Semitism will collapse in the same way. It's already on the retreat. People don't believe it. In the media bubble and in the world around here, they build these campaigns and then they think they're having big successes. I don't think most people are involved with it at all. I think most people, especially outside London, ignore this stuff because they know where it's coming from. And many people, deep down in their hearts, may be scared to say it in public, given the strange atmosphere that exists, but it needs to be said that the purveyors of anti-Semitism today, those who have encouraged anti-Semitism, are the Israeli government. Killing Palestinians the way they do it, targeting children as they have done, that is what produces a crude form of anti-Semitism. And the support given to this by right-wing Zionist organizations in Europe and America doesn't help challenge anti-Semitism either. A just solution for Palestine is what we need. And the way they're going, don't panic when they make these things up. I wouldn't be too surprised to look at the Daily Mail and read Corbyn fanning Islamophobia. And why would Corbyn be fanning Islamophobia? Because he is opposed to Saudi Arabia's invasion of Yemen. And the 50 Labour MPs who refuse to vote for banning arms to Saudi Arabia are a disgrace. They're an absolute disgrace. So anything is possible these days. We have to stay firm. Not much is being asked of us. The Israelis literally get away with murder every day of the week. Literally. And all we are being asked to do is to protest. And now they want to stop us protesting by saying that anyone who objects to all this is anti-Semitic. It's not going to work. And it's up to us to make sure it doesn't work by increasing the size of the mobilizations, by mobilizing globally. And the global mobilization on BDS is doing reasonably well. The country which is the strongest for BDS is South Africa, which knows what apartheid is, where trade unions, where half the government, where half the organizations of the state are for BDS. And Nelson Mandela himself was a great supporter of the Palestinian cause. So don't try and isolate us. The bulk of the world supports the Palestinian cause. And the Israelis have denied an independent state to Palestine. They will not accept a single democratic state of Israel-Palestine. They've got the Palestinians tied into these ghettos, and they want to create a situation where the Palestinians can't even talk to each other but have to talk through them. This is the last colonial operation of the 20th century. That is what it is. That's what makes it different. And that's why we have to keep on fighting.